Planet Dolan.
From singing pop songs, to clubgoers, to spray painting penises in a bedroom, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the dumbest things we've done while drunk. I'm Pringle the One, and today, I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by WolfyDaBossGurl. When she was 18, Doopy was invited to her first party with alcohol. Even though she knew it was a bad idea to go, she went anyways. Once she arrived, Doopy saw that everyone was already drinking, so she decided to join them. After about 15 minutes of drinking, she was drunk. She was so drunk that she stripped down to nothing and dragged the table out to the middle of the street. Then, Doopy jumped on the table and began to sing and dance. Soon, everyone else joined her, but then everything stopped when she peed and fell off the table. She didn't remember what had happened the next morning. Number 9 was submitted by Corey. Corey once drank a whole bottle of cherry whiskey because his friend dared him to do it. The next thing he remembered was lying next to his cat's bowl, completely naked. His friend told him that after drinking, he wanted to be a cat. So, Gergak stripped naked and ate most of his cat's food. He thought that the reason he didn't feel sick from eating all that cat food was because he was already hungover. Number 8 was submitted by BlueyBoi. One time when he was 14, Helbin drank an entire can of Palm Bay, a fruit punch tasting vodka. Within an hour, Helbin was drunk. He was so drunk that he began texting his friend song lyrics. His friend texted him back, inviting him to a party that was going on. After that, all Helbin remembered doing was leaving his bedroom and climbing into a bathroom window. He wandered into the living room of his friend's house, seeing about 50 other drunk screaming kids. Since Helbin thought the party was pretty garbage, he went to the garage and found a can of spray paint. Then he went into a bedroom and began to spray paint penises on the wall, floor, and ceiling, thinking it was his friend's room. The bedroom ended up belonging to his friend's parents. When his parents came home and noticed their son's party, they were pissed. Helbin screamed like a little girl, ran to the bathroom, and climbed out the window he had previously climbed through. The last thing he remembers from that night is trying to figure out how his doorknob worked. Number 7 was submitted by Kitty Sylvia. The dumbest thing Melissa ever did while drunk was when she was at a party. She put on a fake cat tail and cat ears, grabbed a shovel, and went outside. She said,
"Soil to the boil, bitches."
Then she dug a hole in the dirt and sat in it. After a while, Melissa crawled out of the hole, walked up to a random guy and said,
"Kiss me for money, then I'll call the cops."
Melissa and her friends still laugh about that night. Number 6 was submitted by Fredo666. Nixium got drunk one night and really had to go to the bathroom. So him and his friend Derek ran into a drugstore. Nixium ran to the bathroom but ended up pissing in the bathroom sink instead. Then they went back to Derek's house where Nixium tried to eat a frozen pizza without cooking it. He said, "This is a bit cold." Derek took it away and cooked it, making it more appetizing. Number 5 was submitted by Hey Spaceman. When they were around 18, James Shark and his friend went to a skate park where they got drunk and created a game. Their game had them pissing into empty beer bottles before kicking them off the park's half pipe, which was where they were hanging out. A guy was walking by when he was nearly hit by flying shards of glass, pissing him off. He insulted James Shark and his friend, yelling at them and threatening to punch them in the face. After a while, the guy cooled off and walked away. James Shark got so angry at the guy that he wanted revenge, so he went to a bike that he saw chained to a fence nearby and began spitting on it, thinking it belonged to that guy. Then James Shark began to feel sick and puked all over the saddle while his friend laughed. To this day, James Shark still isn't sure whether that bike belonged to that guy or not. Number 4 was submitted by Discontent Prick. Salty Squid was a senior in high school when he got invited to his first rave. Since it was his first, he got hammered. His girlfriend, Faith, was a designated driver, and after 3 in the morning, they drove back to his house. As they drove past by a Jewish community center, Salty Squid screamed at Faith to pull into the parking lot. Thinking he was about to puke, Faith obeyed. Salty Squid opened the door, jumped out, and went to the front entrance where he banged on the doors. When Faith asked him why he was banging on doors, he told her that he wanted to convert to Judaism because Jesus told him to. Faith tried telling Salty Squid that nobody was there, but he just told her that the building was on lockdown because they knew he was there. She continued arguing with him until he passed out. 5 years later, they still laugh about it whenever they're grabbing a beer. Number 3 was submitted by Vector K1D. Spinal Palm was 18 when he went to his first party and got wasted. During the party, he jumped on the sofa and pulled down his pants, showing everyone his member. He shouted, "Who wants to meet Johnny?" That was when Spinal Palm fell off the sofa, passed out. He woke up the next morning without any memory about what happened, until one of his friends told him. Number 2 was submitted by RococoUndercharge. One night, Danger Dolan and his friend went to a club. Naturally, Dolan ended up getting drunk. He ran into the bathroom where he rubbed soap on his face, then ran out while singing, "Baby, baby, baby, one more time." To everyone in the club, his friend sprinted over to him and tried to calm him down, but Dolan just threw some soap at him that he had in his pocket. They haven't spoken since. Number 1 was submitted by the Lunar Moon 1019. The dumbest thing Sid ever did while drunk happened one night with his brother. He was going to tell him that he was going to bed, but being very drunk, Sid walked in the opposite direction. He ended up walking towards the swimming pool and fell in. As he fell in, Sid shouted,
"I love unicorns!"
After falling in, he just floated there. His dad drove in after him, but Sid swam around while his angry dad chased him around the pool. Thanks to his huge hangover the next day, Sid told himself that he would never get that drunk again. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the scariest thing you've ever experienced? Let us know on the Reddit page link below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody. Peace.